Sorry about that. I made a huge mistake in making that video, so I'll redo it. So basically, the World Cup qualifiers for Asia are now in their fourth round, with 6 countries remaining, and the first matches will be hosted from the 8th to the 14th of October 2025. And the countries who placed third and fourth in the last round will be advancing here, where there will be 2 groups of 3 teams each, and there will be 2 hosts that will be seated in pot 1, and the other 4 that will be seated in pot 2 or pot 3. So with being 1 month away at the time of my recording this, it's time for me to do my predictions on the World Cup qualifiers. Starting out with Group A, we got the back-to-back Asian Cup champions Qatar and also the host, the UAE and Oman. This group looks a little doable for Qatar, but based on their form, they've been really such a mess. In the last third round, they literally picked up 5 losses and only 4 wins, which is an absolute disaster for the national team, as they literally won back-to-back Asian Cups not too long ago. For the UAE, on the other hand, they've been really incredible lately. Although they heavily disappointed in the last Asian Cup, being knocked out in the round of 16, they still pulled off a lot of great matches, including defeating Qatar twice in a row and also drawing with Kyrgyzstan 1-1, barely losing to Iran, and also drew 0-0 to Uzbekistan. And another thing is that the UAE have got a decent new Romanian coach, and who have not lost a match yet, but still has not yet got a win as well. All of the matches he has in charge so far were draws. So for this, I have a UAE topping this group and qualify for their second World Cup, and Qatar will be second to battle it out for the intercontinental playoffs, and Oman, I'm sorry you guys, you will not qualify for the World Cup. Group B next, we've got Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Indonesia. Indonesia are currently the only Southeast Asian country that is still alive in World Cup qualification and might even make it out of this group. But for me, in the perspective, they won't actually make it out. And containing Saudi Arabia, one of the best teams in Asia, and also Iraq, a pretty underrated side. Saudi Arabia have also been a mess lately. Back in the third round, they didn't really win that much games at home, despite being a very hard place to travel to, even losing to Indonesia 2-0, to Australia 1-0, and also to Japan 2-0. So even though they hired Hervé Renard, the same manager who led them to defeat Argentina at the 2022 World Cup, it still hasn't been good for him. But now, with this group, it does look doable for Saudi Arabia to make it out and qualify for yet another World Cup. Iraq also seems like a chance, but also a little underwhelming. But now who do they have? Graham Arnold, the manager who led Australia to the round of 16 in the last World Cup, miraculously beating Denmark 1-0, and only losing to the eventual World Cup champions Argentina 2-1. So for this group, it is also not much of a surprise that I will have Saudi Arabia up top, Iraq still getting second and battling out for the intercontinental playoffs, and Indonesia will finish last. Although I would like to see you guys go crazy and qualify for the World Cup, but it's still not good enough with 2 very good Asian sides. So that's it, guys. These are all my World Cup qualifiers Asia 4th round predictions. And if you guys want to see more videos, you can just click that subscribe button and ring the bell to get notified. And I really appreciate all of you guys for supporting me a lot. So thank you so much, guys. Bye.